What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy, Big Metroid Fan 12, coming to you with another video game review. And this time I'm reviewing the game Red Steel, which was released on the Nintendo Wii as an exclusive by Ubisoft. And it's pretty much a first-person shooter with the gimmick of you using a katana blade as a gimmick of the gameplay and everything. You pretty much play as a guy named Scott Monroe who has a fiance who is going to meet, and both of them are pretty much meeting her father at a Los Angeles hotel. But like a gang member, so some gang members pretty much go to that same hotel to pretty much ambush them, and they use they pretend to be hotel employees to ambush them. And what happens is that Scott gets like injured. His fiance gets kidnapped, and her father gets like seriously injured, where he dies a few minutes later. You know, and pretty much before he dies, he gives Scott a katana blade, which is like very important and all that. So now Scott is on a mission to go to Japan to save his girlfriend and his fiance rather, and avenge her father's death at the same time. Now, when you actually start the game with fighting enemies and stuff, you pretty much start off with a handgun and the katana blade that his fiance's father gives him, and then you find like other guns throughout the course of the game. You can like pick them up by shaking the nunchuck. You can like use it use it to take out enemies and stuff. And the different enemies that the different guns rather that you can use are like pretty much pistols, assault rifles, SMGs, shotguns, sniper rifles, and grenades. And much like other first-person shooters out there, like say Call of Duty and Halo, Red Steel, you pretty much use two guns and a grenade, and a certain number of grenades throughout the course of the game, and you use pretty much the Wiimote to actually to throw the grenades and stuff like that. Now, like I said, the main gimmick of Red Steel is you're going to have to go through like sword fights with different gang members. Now, once you pretty much defeat the enemies in these sword fights, you can either like let them live after they concede that you're the winner, or you can pretty much take them out. I don't think you're penalized for killing them and everything. But I wish there was like some type of system that if you let them live, you increase your points. But I think that is the case. Now, in Red Steel, it's pretty much divided up into three acts: Sato's Legacy, The Path of the Katana Giri, and the Ghost of the Sanra Kai. Now, the first two acts are divided up into five sections, while the last one is divided up into four. And pretty much you have to do certain things to reach the end of the stage and stuff like that. Plus, the Red Steel pretty much has a multiplayer mode where you can have up to four people playing. Most likely, you can pick different characters from the game in the multiplayer mode. And the pretty much the games within the multiplayer mode are deathmatch, team deathmatch, and killer rules. Now the maps in multiplayer modes really consist of dojo, restaurant, games, and docks. So in that regard, the maps are pretty bare bones. You know what I'm saying? You can pretty much use all the guns that you use from the single player mode in the multiplayer mode. could pretty much set the score limit from 2 points to 100 points, and you can set the time limit from 2 minutes to 30 minutes if you want a time limit on there to begin with. Yeah, now like some guns are better in some maps than others based on how big the map is. So like if you pick the docks as a map, it would do you good to have at least the sniper rifle on you, if nothing else. But if it's like in say like a restaurant, I would say the best option would be is to have the shotgun on you. Now, as far as the graphics and design of the game, it is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I particularly like the design of the game. You know what I'm saying? I like it because of the Japanese architecture that's within the game and everything. So I really like that. Now the gameplay is pretty solid. Uh, I really like the guns that you're using within the game. I would say the one of the main gripes, I say the only gripe I do have is the is connected to the sword fight in that there are like cutscenes every that's in it. It's like if you fight for like say 2 or 3 minutes or something like that, there will be like 4 or 5 cutscenes through the course of that sword fights and everything. The main issue with the inclusion of the cutscenes in the sword fight is that it makes it more drawn out than it needs to be, and it's pretty much unnecessary in my opinion. And kind of on the pointless side at that. Now, as far as the soundtrack, it is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I think it's kind of like similar to the Japanese architecture. You know what I'm saying? It fits it really well. You know what I'm saying? Now, and it's probably like the soundtrack is probably the best part of the game. You know what I'm saying? And I think also going back to the gameplay, I think Ubisoft pretty much capitalized on the most of the controls as far as the guns are concerned. I just wish they would put as much emphasis on the sword fight as they did with the guns. You know what I'm saying? And the cutscenes during the sword fights should have been left out. You know what I'm saying? Now, but overall, I would say that Red Steel is a good game from an overall standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Even though I have a few gripes with it, you know what I'm saying? I would like. I can recommend it to anybody who likes first-person shooters, but everybody may not be like fond of the like the sword play and the cutscene that's connected to it. You know what I'm saying? But like, as far as the score is concerned, I would definitely give Red Steel an 8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? It's a good game. Now, if you like Red Steel, you know what I'm saying, you can mention it in the comment section. If you have the same gripes with the gameplay like I do, you can also mention that. If you think it's if you don't like Red Steel as a whole, you can also mention that. Plus, don't forget to click the thumbs up button on the video, and don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.